Imagine driving your brand new Ute off the dealership lot, feeling proud, confident, maybe even a little unstoppable, only to find out a year later that you've quietly lost up to $18,000, not because the Ute was faulty, not because you crashed it, but because of one simple decision most Australian buyers make without even realizing it. Dealers won't stop you. In fact, they're counting on it. Today, I'm breaking down the $18,000 mistake Australians make when buying a new Ute and how you can avoid it. Before we dive in, welcome to the Drive Intel, where we unpack the real numbers behind the auto industry so you can make smarter decisions. If you care about your money and love making informed car choices, hit like and subscribe in the next few seconds. It really helps the channel grow and keeps content like this coming. Now let's talk about the mistake. It's not choosing the wrong color. It's not picking diesel over petrol. It's not even choosing the wrong brand. The biggest financial mistake most Australians make when buying a new Ute is buying brand new at full retail price without understanding depreciation, finance structure, and dealer add-ons combined. On average, a new Ute in Australia can lose between 15% and 25% of its value the moment it leaves the dealership. For popular models like the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, or Isuzu D-Max, that can mean $8,000 to $12,000 gone in the first year alone. Add dealer extras and interest payments, and the real loss can climb close to $18,000 within the first 2 to 3 years. Here's how it happens. You walk into a dealership looking at a $65,000 Ute. The salesperson talks about availability, waiting lists, demand, and how well these vehicles hold their value. And compared to many cars, Utes do hold value better. But better does not mean immune. The dealer then adds premium paint, window tint, paint protection, tow bar packages, extended warranty, floor mats, roof racks, and maybe a service plan. Suddenly, that $65,000 Ute is now $72,000 drive away. Most buyers don't pay cash, they finance. Let's say you put down $5,000 and finance the rest over 5 years at around 8% interest. Over that term, you might pay $10,000 or more in interest alone. So now your $65,000 Ute has effectively cost you over $80,000. But here's the painful part. After 3 years, that same Ute might be worth $48,000 to $52,000 on the private market, sometimes less as supply improves. If you financed heavily, you could owe more than it's worth for the first few years. That's negative equity. And that's where the silent $18,000 mistake lives. Dealers won't stop you because depreciation isn't their problem. Once you sign and drive away, the risk transfers to you. They also know many buyers focus only on monthly repayments. If the payment feels manageable, the total cost becomes secondary. This is exactly how thousands of Australians overextend themselves without realizing it. Now let's go deeper. The second layer of the mistake is buying more Ute than you actually need. Many people purchase high-spec trims with leather seats, large infotainment systems, sports bars, and tech packages because the jump between trims doesn't seem like much per month. Maybe it's only $40 more each week. But over 5 years, that small weekly increase can mean an extra $10,000 to $12,000 including interest. And here's the truth. High-spec trims often depreciate faster in dollar terms. Buyers in the used market care more about reliability and price than ventilated seats. The third layer is dealer add-ons. Paint protection packages can cost $500 to $2,000 at the dealership, yet similar third-party treatments cost a fraction of that. Extended warranties are often marked up significantly. Window tint, dash cams, ceramic coatings, all priced for maximum profit. These extras are bundled into finance, which means you also pay interest on them. Many buyers don't realize they are financing accessories at 8% interest for 5 years, so how do you avoid the $18,000 mistake? First, consider near new instead of brand new. A 1-year-old Ute with low kilometers can save you $8,000 to $15,000 instantly, and someone else has already absorbed the biggest depreciation hit. Many of these vehicles still carry factory warranty. Financially, this is often the smartest move. Second, negotiate the drive-away price, not the monthly repayment. Dealers love to talk in weekly numbers. Shift the focus back to total purchase price. Even a $2,000 discount reduces both depreciation impact and interest costs. Third, be selective with add-ons. Ask yourself, would I pay cash for this today? If the answer is no, don't roll it into finance. You can always add accessories later from independent suppliers at more competitive prices. Fourth, understand timing. When supply increases or end of financial year sales hit, dealers are more flexible. The Australian Ute market has experienced shortages in recent years, pushing prices up. But markets move in cycles. Buying during peak demand almost guarantees faster depreciation once supply stabilizes. Now, let's talk psychology for a moment. A Ute in Australia isn't just transport. It represents capability, lifestyle, work ethic, and freedom. Marketing taps into that identity. But dealerships operate on volume and margins. Their job is to maximize profit per vehicle. Your job is to protect your financial position. Here's a simple comparison. Buyer A purchases a brand new ute for $72,000 drive away and finances most of it. After 3 years, total out-of-pocket cost including interest might be around $30,000 and the vehicle is worth $50,000. Buyer B buys a 2-year-old version of the same ute for $52,000. After 3 years, it might be worth $40,000. Buyer B's depreciation loss is significantly lower. Over time, that gap can approach or exceed $18,000 depending on financing and add-ons. And this isn't about saying new cars are bad. If you plan to keep your ute for 10 to 15 years, depreciation matters less because you're spreading that loss over a longer period. The mistake happens when buyers upgrade every 3 to 5 years while repeatedly absorbing the steepest depreciation cycle. Another overlooked factor is insurance. New utes cost more to insure. Comprehensive insurance premiums are higher on higher value vehicles. Over several years, that adds thousands more to ownership costs. Fuel economy and maintenance also matter. Bigger engines and heavier trims can cost more to run. Small difference annually add up over 5 years. At the Drive Intel, the goal isn't to scare you away from buying a new ute. It's to help you see the full financial picture before signing anything. When you understand depreciation curves, financing structures, and dealer psychology, you shift from emotional buying to strategic buying. So before you buy your next ute, ask yourself 3 questions. How long will I realistically keep this vehicle? Am I buying features I truly need? And what is the total 5-year cost, not just the weekly repayment? If this video helped you think differently about buying a ute, let me know in the comments. Have you ever experienced negative equity or regretted buying brand new? Or do you believe buying new is still worth it? I read your comments, and your experiences help shape future videos. Share this with a friend who's about to buy a new ute. It might save them thousands of dollars. And if you want more honest insights about car buying in Australia and beyond, make sure you're subscribed to the Drive Intel. I'll see you in the next one.